Not all new construction homes are built the same. We're going to go over a couple things for you to keep in mind when touring new construction. Okay, so we're going to start in the kitchen and we're going to talk about the cabinetry. Now, in this kitchen, you'll notice we have crown molding along the top. That's an extra trim and that elevates the kitchen a little bit. That is an additional cost. If you're touring a kitchen that does not have hardware installed, most of the time that means it's not included. So that's a question that you're going to want to ask if the hardware is included or not. And then the soft close. This kitchen has the soft close hinges on the doors as well as the drawers. And finally, on the drawer design, they make different designs where the front is either stapled to the drawer or it has a dovetail design, which is interlocking, and that is a sturdier door. So those are a couple things to look at when you're looking at the kitchen cabinetry. Next up, we're going to talk about trim, and more specifically, window trim. So when you're building new construction, there's two options. One is this upgrade where the trim is installed all the way around the window. And then the second option is where the drywall is laid up to the window and then returned back. That is a cheaper option for the builder, depending on what price range he wants to be in. That's an area where they can kind of cut a little bit of a corner and it doesn't make a huge difference. But if you're looking at new construction and you're trying to compare apples to apples and why one home is a little bit more expensive than the other, these are the items that you need to look for. When it comes to flooring, there's a couple different options, and that matters for wear and tear long term. So when you're looking at flooring in a home, the builder can either choose to have a rolled vinyl in your common areas, or they can have the upgraded LVP, which is a luxury vinyl plank flooring. Now, the luxury vinyl plank flooring is going to be a thicker vinyl material that's going to be individually pieced, and sometimes they can glue straight to concrete or sometimes they're interlocking. That is, two different ways that comes, but it is a thicker vinyl that's going to last you a longer period of time than that rolled vinyl. And finally, something that's often overlooked is the garage door. It may look beautiful from the outside, but we want to know the details on the inside. Now, this has an upgraded lighted panel here. We've got the windows in that panel. That is an additional cost to the builder. So that is definitely an upgrade. But most importantly, this garage door is insulated. And a lot of times builders will cheapen on the garage door because it's not an area that people pay a lot of attention to. So when a builder uses an insulated garage door, I will make sure that we point that out for mainly the energy efficiency of it, but it does give a better appeal on the inside because then you're not just staring at a metal door. It does look more complete and finished. Now, we talked about a lot of upgrades that can happen in a home. It's not necessarily a bad thing if these upgrades are not made to the home, because it really depends on what price point the builder is trying to get the home to come in at. And if you're out searching new construction homes, this is just something to keep in mind, depending on what price range you're looking at and what you're willing to go to, if you're willing to make that jump to get those upgrades. If you're interested in new construction homes, comment home below or contact me today for more information. And just remember, when you're working with an agent like myself, I will point out all these details while we're touring homes, taking all the guesswork out for you.